help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Throwing now is Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
On second and goal. Murray, flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
9th play now, this long opening drive. Can they cash it in on third and goal?
Check. Here we go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's go, defense.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Out to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. Touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action. Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all. And, Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Third and 2, now Wilson. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Over the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength. Now Prater to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go play action now. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson escaping the pressure right. They'll find Everett there, complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chandler Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge. And he is going to be out of bounds a mile away from that yellow line, and that will become a turnover on downs. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is incomplete. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visiting Cardinals who came away with the victory. So now they've got a chance here to sweep the season series if they can get the victory in Glendale. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Going to throw deep for the end zone, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams, and the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay popped.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And run it, fights through, and now a crease. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray sliding out of the pocket. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Murray going to throw. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 2nd and very short, Wilson forced out to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. This complete to Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Yes, sir. Leonard Fournette has a well-deserved reputation as a physical, powerful runner. He's going to drop his shoulder and run over people time and time again. I think he uses it to his advantage, though. How about that last run? Set him up. Looked like he's going to drop the hammer, but gave a little wiggle, a little shake. And what did he do, partner?
Left the defender right there in his wake. This is caught. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's a big play there for Seattle. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
A shotgun give to Fournette. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Throwing is Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone.
This is unbelievable. The shit they're giving this dude is unbelievable,
His
bro.
11th touchdown
Oh, wow.
of the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from
Shit,
tying this thing
unbelievable.
up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd.
Shit is unreal.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A carry here for Hunt. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Cody Barton there to bring him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. 48 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. Good footwork at the 30. And he's taken down inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. On 2nd down now. It's Hunt. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Edmonds. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Fournette, a first down carry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 3rd down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf.
Oh, my gosh, man. Come on.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Stop it, bro.
DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play fake. Murray. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
I'm glad you went for it, my guy.
Down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the 1st down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They run the counter. Edmonds. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Man, I know, man. Shoot.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
Man, come on. How the fuck?
He's got him in.
Get the fuck out of here, man. This dude wide open, dog. Stop it, bro.
Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point now coming from Myers.
Wow.
And we are tied here in the 4th
How the
quarter.
hell he get wide open like that, bro? Come on, bro. That's so fake. Man, wide open, dog. Come on, bro.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 7. On play action, it's Murray. And that's caught by Williams. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Murray to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw, Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd and 8 coming up. To throw is Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back at their own 17. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Wilson. Rolling to his right. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now one final throw incomplete.
Unbelievable, man. This shit is crazy. Oh, my God.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball.
Let's go ahead and end this now, man. King, I done gave you too
the
much,
next team
man.
to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles a ball
yeah,
that's
man,
picked up by the defense and they
trash,
score,
dude.
the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kicks away.
Really, dudes? Come on, my boy.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Let's go ahead and end this game, man.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown
Madden game.
because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having
Oh no, I got the stream up. They was asking who I was playing. I was saying I was playing you.
No, they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Flush to his right. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Come on, man. Let's go and end this real quick, man.
First throw of overtime for Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. Tackle by Darrell Taylor.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Come on, he was open.
And that'll fall incomplete. So 3rd down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Just do the drop, dude.
On 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete.
Let's go. Good game, bro. Good game. Good game. Woo.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being